Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
I hope you're all having a great Ramadan.
Inshallah.
So today we're going to go over Surah Ar-Rahman. It's one of the few surahs that Ishal knows by heart, so she'll go over the recitation. We will split this surah into 3 videos, inshallah. The first one that we're covering today will basically be talking about the beginning 30 ayah of the surah, which are all talking about the blessings of Allah on us, and also the fact that all these blessings should make us wonder and should try and get us on Siratul Mustaqim, on the straight path. So we'll start off with the surah now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والهب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان رب المشرقين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يخرج منهما اللؤلؤ والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان وله الجوار المنشآت في البحر كالأعلام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يسأله من في السماوات والأرض كل يوم هو في شان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
Okay, mashallah. So we'll stop here with the recitation. Now this is the famous surah, as I'm sure most of you, or probably all of you, know, that where you see فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, that's there 31 times. And what this basically means is that which of your favors of your Lord are you going to deny? Or in other words, the idea is that Allah is trying to get us to wonder, to contemplate, to think about all the things that we're surrounded with. And that's all what the beginnings ayat talk about. So let's go over the literal translation. Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran khalaqa al-insan allamahu al-bayan, which basically means that Allah is Rahman, the most compassionate. He taught us the Quran. He created humanity, and then he taught them how to talk, how to speak. And then Allah talks about the universe. Look at the sun, the moon, the stars, and the trees. They all bow down to Allah. Look at how the sun and the moon, they're traveling in a specific path. And just as a reminder, these surah are revealed more than 1400 years ago, back when there was no concept of telescopes. Allah is telling us how the universe is working, how our solar system is working. And then he talks about how the trees and the stars and everything is in submission to his Lord. And then he talks about that I raised the sky with a specific set balance, and look how I'm just to you, and how I do justice with you. So I expect you to be just among yourselves as well, which where he says that weigh with justice and do not short your measures. So basically, even if you short your measures now, even if you try to do a quick sell on anybody, or you sell somebody a lemon, you're gonna make some money now, but you're also earning yourself a place in Jahannam. Don't do that. And then Allah talks about all the provisions that we see around in earth. First of all, how easy it is for us to walk around the earth, how we see the fruits, the trees, the dates, and everything that are there, the provisions that are there. And then this is where Allah starts talking about or starts addressing both humans and jinn. So he says that which of your Lord's favors will you humans and jinn and deny, or are going to deny. And then he mentions that he has created humankind with clay, This is something that we'll see in other surahs as well. But he also talks about how he's created a jinn with smokeless flame of fire. And then whether you face east, you face west, no matter which direction you're facing your Lord. So Rabbul Mashriqaini wa Rabbul Maghribain. And then he goes on to talk about the two rivers that merge. So this is very famous. If you probably Google it, YouTube, you'll see that there are two rivers that are merging, but you see a very clear line between them. They do not go into each other. Like you'll see the two different colors, and that's because one has a high amount of salt water in it. So you see those two rivers that they come to meet, but they never cross that line, and that's what Allah is talking about here. That He merged the two bodies of fresh and salt water, yet between them is a barrier they never cross. Then which of your Lord's favors are you going to deny? So again, just look at this. The evidence is in front of you, right? You just have to look at it and then realize what's around you. There has to be a maker for it, and come to the straight path, come to Surat al-Mustaqim. Then he further goes on to talk about that out of both waters come forth pearls and coral. Then which of you, basically, like both water are giving you pearls, and pearls were used as jewelry even now. So he's talking about both waters are giving you basically jewelry. Which of the favors of your Lord are you going to deny? And to him belongs the ships with raised sails sailing through the sea like mountains. So this is where we need to look at ourselves, that if I'm going to jump in the water or in the sea, I'm just going to drown straight away. And compared to my weight, the weight of the ship is humongous. But the ship sails through the water, yet I'm going to drown. Or if I throw a small object, it's going to drown. So that's what Allah is trying to say, that look how I've made it easy for you to go through the sea, so you can travel around the world and see my wonders. And which of the favors of your Lord are you going to deny? And then this is one of my favorite ayah in the surah, where it's basically kullu man alayha fan wa yabqa wajhu rabbika zul jalali wal ikram. What Allah is saying is that everything or the life on this earth will come to an end, ushering the day of judgment. So everything will come to pass. Everything has an end. Everything has a beginning and an end. Yet your Lord is eternal, and He does not need you to glorify Him. He Himself is glorified. He does not need your praise. He does not need your worship. You need your worship to save yourself from the hellfire. And then He talks about that everything that's in the heavens and earth are dependent on Him. He is independent. Everybody else is dependent on Him. And He brings about something for everybody. So which of the favors of your Lord are you going to deny? So we'll stop here, and then inshallah we'll resume. And then the next phase is where Allah is talking about the hellfire, the punishment, and inshallah we'll go over that in more detail. Jazakallah for tuning in today. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.